Hi everyone, this is Krishna vamsi. Now I am going to discuss about sustainability of Oneplus mobiles. Let's get started. Introduction and market background. Sustainability has been identified as a good investment of companies to conserve natural resources effectively. Updating to new technology advancement in business operation helps in strategy, use of essential raw materials for manufacturing, while ensuring future growth. This presentation aims to focus on representing a greater insight into the sustainability aspects of Oneplus mobile phones. This would also cover market and product analysis with a suitable methodological approach, theoretical intervention, and possible desired outcomes. Chosen product for the presentation of Oneplus mobiles in the consumer electronics industries. Let's get started into the before we entering into the one demography of market demography and product services analysis. Let's know about few things about Oneplus. When Oneplus announced, all people thought it is another Chinese mobile brand, but they changed the perspective in audience. Here we are going to talk about how Oneplus succeeded in the mobile phone industry and how did it get sustained. Almost all the big tech companies started small. Oneplus is not an exemption. It began as a startup, but now this manufacturer is number one phone brand in India, and also these devices are recognized in many world countries as one of the best for all users. Now, what it is market background of Oneplus. Oneplus was formed in late 2013 with the company releasing its first handset, the Oneplus, in early 2014. This is the first mobile phone from Oneplus. The brand expanded, launching in new regions across 2014 and then putting out new phones on an annual basis. Part of the reason behind Oneplus' speedily growing popularity was its invite system. For buying its smartphones, you had to sign up to receive an invite to purchase the phone. If you haven't signed up to the invite system, you can't experience the mobile phones. In this way, they control the budget, and they just not went through the retailers. They just went with the e-commerce with exclusive on Amazon. Oneplus has its base in China. While serving more than 34 countries, Oneplus has around 29% of market share in India premium smartphone segment. Their motto is always to provide flagship level mobiles with a low price. They turn from the group audience mobile into a general audience. Within a short period, they earn more fan base in lesser time. Most of the users who use Oneplus are rarely move to other mobiles. They are not only focused on the hardware, but Oxen OS is also better customer skin OS in the Android market. They always provide regular security patches updates. Some manufacturers doesn't offer security patches updates for a lot of reasons. And the strengths. This is the SWOT analysis from marketing demography. The strengths of Oneplus: a competitive pricing strategy and effective marketing campaigns, innovative in mobiles, superior service and product quality, and community Oxen OS. And the weaknesses are lack of effective management in the innovative process, ineffective business model and structure, lack of sustainability approach in operation, and Oneplus has limited production capacity. And the opportunities: the growth in e-commerce and online marketing platforms through the Amazon. They just concentrated on Amazon. They sell the products on Amazon exclusively. And effective cost management opportunities: increasing international operating markets, focusing on standardization of marketing efforts with suitable environment consideration. These are the opportunities. And the threats for Oneplus mobiles: excessive government interference in the operation process, high competition in the market, strict and changing government policies, and the political instability changing nature in customers, and increasing cost. Operating cost. These are the few effects, and these are the demography and product services analysis from OnePlus. Let's enter into the other topic. OnePlus Mobiles has been operating in more than 34 countries in the world. It has captured the electronic market of India while accumulating over 29% of total smartphone market. This has helped the company in becoming profitable in the market with effective marketing campaigns, innovation in smartphone device features. As per the views by Olsen, an effective marketing strategy helps in discovering customer and market needs for a product. This would help in attracting more customers to a product that meets the requirements of a consumer base. In addition, competitive pricing strategy has helped OnePlus mobiles to be one of the popular mobile devices in the consumer electronic markets. And this is the graph of Indian premium smartphone shipment market share by Q2 2020 market. Here we have OnePlus and Samsung, Apple, the three mobile markets. By the 2019 Q2 point, the OnePlus is the first mobile phone that occupies the 45% of market share. And in 2020, the OnePlus and Samsung is equal to the Q2 point for the Indian market share. Changing nature of customer requirements as well as dynamic business environments would create issues in the future of a business. As explained by Farrell, consumer attitude is important for business as it helps in creating effective marketing strategy. For a business that can drive one's buying decisions, processing of learning, understanding and identifying the needs of the customers helps businesses in developing better products, forecasting them and increasing sales numbers. In addition, changing nature market requirements, government policies, excessive competition would challenge the survival of business operations of OnePlus. It can therefore be ascertained that understanding consumers' needs for sustainability, creating a positive marketing campaign on the same and migrating needs of customers would help to company in securing future of the business. On the other hand, maintaining ethical standards, enforcing environmental friendly regulations would help in create a positive customer environment, loyalty and future growth of OnePlus mobile sales. Here I want to share about few things about OnePlus. Surprisingly, OnePlus has not been around for so long but have recorded tremendous success as well as gained a high market share. It is a Chinese smartphone brand founded in 2013 by Pete Liu and Carl Pai. While Liu is the CEO, Carl Pai has worked fluently with Liu to get OnePlus to this height. It is at moment. In 2013, OnePlus was founded as a Chinese brand to manufacture mobile phones and accessories. The CEO Pete Liu was an ex-worker at Oppo Electronic. Liu started his brand in December 2013. The company's official HQ is located at Shenzhen, China. However, now this brand is available in 43 countries globally. It increases to 32 to 43. OnePlus got into a licensing deal with Cyanogen, an American software company, to load their devices there with Cyanogen mode. However, this licensing agreement was later cancelled, which led the company to think towards coming up with an Oxygen OS. In India, its impact with Micromax company. It's drastical changes. It's went to drastical changes with the company. The company just got to losses whenever the Cyanogen mode is clashes with Micromax. Precisely on April 24, 2014, the first smartphone from this company was launched. It is the OnePlus One. A device was entire level specs as well as sold at a very considerable price at that time. This mobile was sold out well in India some months after its launch in China. A lot of Indians went for the debut device from the company, and OnePlus seemed pleased with it. OnePlus One sold out massively in India than in any other countries towards the last quarter of 2014. Micromax, a top licensed individual smartphone maker in India, ruled against OnePlus. I just talked about this before. That in claiming it has all the exclusive rights to manufacture phones with cyanogen mode software. However, after much arguments, OnePlus was granted full rights to operate in India. This also triggered the innovation of Oxygen OS to replace cyanogen mode. OnePlus began to operate in India in December 2014, a few months after the launch of its first ever smartphone. Coming to the revenue generated by the company in 2014, it is reported that the company earned over 300 million in the said year. However, there was an official statement to the total number of devices sold by this brand that year. Rumors had it that the brand sold over 1 million pieces of OnePlus One smartphone in the first year. In July 2015, the company unveiled the successor of its first smartphone. It was the OnePlus 2. The smartphone was triggered the flagship killer of 2016, and it did come with the great features and specifications to compete with the leading flagships from other top brands like HTC, Micromax, and few mobile phones in the Android mobile phone section. Like Huawei is the most top brand in the world. It competes with that. Also in 2015, the company stopped stocking their device with cyanogen mode software and went on developed its custom OS known as Oxygen OS. Oxygen OS is currently one of the best custom OS with lots of vibrant features to its fortune. However, as its time went on, OnePlus also introduced Hydrogen OS in 2016 with the help of XDA developers published that the company. It is actively merging both platforms, Oxygen OS and Hydrogen OS, to become a single cohesive operating system. Mainly the Oxygen OS is a global platform and Hydrogen OS would be helped in China. After the few years later, in 2016, the OnePlus X was launched. It was the first smartphone from the company with 5-inch screen. In 2016 to 2018, nothing significant happened from 2000 to that company was able to release quite some premium devices to its global users. The smartphones were all flagship devices that made waves in the market. The mobile includes OnePlus 3, 3T, 5, 5T, 6 and 6T. They released two variants from this 2016. And also in 2018, OnePlus 6T pushed the company to become the #1 premium smartphone brand in India, overtaking Samsung and Apple. OnePlus 3, unveiled of 14 June 2016. This was the company's first metal unibody smartphone. It came the Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 chipset, coupled with 6 GB of RAM and 64 GB of ROM. This phone model from the brand is still considered an excellent phone to use up to date. It also receives regular patch updates till now. 2016. The OnePlus 3T. Where 3T version born as a successor in every year with only one mobile. They went to attract people with some enhanced features as a variant of OnePlus 3. This version comes with some slight upgrades such as Snapdragon 821 in place of Snapdragon 820 in the former. The battery is more significant and it packs up to 128 GB primary storage capacity. If you plan to buy a refurbished mobiles or between 200 to 250 price range, this mobile is the right choice. In OnePlus 5 and OnePlus 5T in 2017, In June 2017, OnePlus 5 was unveiled. Later in November the same year, the OnePlus 5T variant was announced. These two variants are powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 chipset, having the 8 GB of RAM. Later version has more prominent display as also supports face unlock feature. Within the half year, the 2018, the company unveiled OnePlus 6 smartphone. This was the first smartphone. The OnePlus featured up to 256 GB of RAM, and also the smartphone is water resistant and features a display notch. Water resistance may not be included in an official feature. They cut the water resistant test cost. It may be between $20 to $30, but they build their mobiles as a water resistant. OnePlus 6T supported on-screen fingerprint sensor and was launched with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 chipset. It is speedy and efficient. For the first time in OnePlus history, the 6T version released in the US market by T-Mobile. Also in 2015, OnePlus made a press release that it would be a open of 5 new OnePlus Experience stores in India. It would have up to 10 new service centers in the country. In 2018, at the launch of OnePlus 6T, the OnePlus sets a Guinness World Record title of the most popular unboxing a phones simultaneously. In 2019, this is a new era for OnePlus. The OnePlus announced two variants here, the OnePlus 7 and OnePlus 7 Pro. And the 7 Pro variant is the most flagship devices and stocked with stunning features and jaw-dropping specs. We are talking about some success story from its actualization up till now. The brand was ranked number 5 in 2018 premium smartphone segmentation. The OnePlus was ranked second, 2 places below Huawei, which settled at the third position, allowing Apple and Samsung to occupy the first and second spot respectively. And after having all conversation about OnePlus and OnePlus story, let's know about few things what the OnePlus is lacking about. Lack of a sustainability operation would create a possibility of absence of essential raw materials in future. Focus on cost management and project management would help OnePlus mobiles in sustainable growth. Because of OnePlus, whenever the OnePlus get into a new era, they're just changing their prices to consumers. It just getting to non-understanding about for few consumers because of their increasing prices and increase operating regions while addressing customers needs would help in future growth of OnePlus mobiles. And here, let's talk about methodological approach. Ensuring the applications of sustainable and advanced methods in manufacturing process of OnePlus mobile phones. This would help the economy to address rising issues of environment and successful to necessary steps of conserving essential raw materials for its business. Sustainable would help OnePlus to survive its business in long term. A secondary data collection method would be used for this research for planning suitability in the operation process of OnePlus mobiles. Importance of sustainability is inevitable. For this tech company of OnePlus mobiles, this study would focus on providing greater insight into the production process of OnePlus mobiles in a suitable manner. This would help OnePlus to enhance safety of its employees, community as well as the product it is serving. I have mentioned that implication of the suitability approach in a business minimizes impacts on environments, conserves natural resources and helps in future growth of this company. It can therefore be established that the sustainable approach is OnePlus mobile production would help the company to positively impact the industry, reduce its contribution to factors such as climate change and ethical issues. In addition, it would help to create a positive brand image to customers that would help the company in gaining more customers and build an effective relationship with the same. For this study, a secondary data collection method would be chosen from the research method in an option of Vedanta and Vidyan. Secondary data collection methods provide a better opportunity to evaluate the effectiveness of existing premier research data. It can henceforth be assassinated that use of secondary data collection method would help in developing an effective hypothesis on sustainability of OnePlus mobile manufacturing, evaluate associated costs and develop a strategic plan for cost management. However, a lack of relevant data as well as updated data included in the research would create concern on the relevancy of collected data. This can manipulate the outcomes of the research for suitability in the manufacturing process of OnePlus mobiles. Following literature searching on sustainability of OnePlus mobile, it would be identified that inadequately skilled labor, lack of technological advancement in manufacturing and automation would create challenges for completion of the process. As described by the lack of clean energy supply, unregulated population growth, climate change factors, inadequate fresh water can challenge adaptation of suitability. Aligning with the case of sustainability issue of OnePlus mobiles, it can be started the strategic guidelines strong. And the management and governments would help OnePlus mobiles to efficiently adopt sustainable approval in business operation. Review of literature search. It can be established that improving management skills, embedding sustainability throughout this organization. In addition, focusing on long-term effects would help the company in creating a new and sustainable business model using sustainability as a USP of its manufacturing process. Here, let me know about the OnePlus mobiles are popular in market as technology used in the mobiles are innovative, customer friendly and inexpensive, as poised by the Kinsler and Kueski. In 2017, a competitive pricing strategy helps in attracting more customers while adding features and benefits the competitors lack. This would help OnePlus to achieve success in electronics market. On the other hand, lack of effective project and cost management. Inadequate sustainability approach in manufacturing process would create challenges for the company to struggle with, as stated by Zygosfet in 2018. Lack of sustainable approach in manufacturing can create a negative impact on a business. This would include legal obligation from the government, rising trust issues from customers, while not showing little concern about environmental factors. It can be henceforth stated that lack of sustainability would create issues for conserving essential natural resources, energy, water, and many more. This can affect brand image of OnePlus mobiles that can directly affect only sales and profitability of the company. However, have started the focusing on entering new market provides opportunities for attracting new customer base of gaining advantage in unexplored markets. It can therefore be ascertained that effective cost management along with a strategic global expansion strategy and sustainability and suitability operation process would help OnePlus in surviving in a highly competitive market. Let's know about our desired and expected project outcome. Enabling future growth possibilities helps in conserving natural resources efficiently and effectively. Create a positive and environment friendly brand image. Following this discussion of adoption, sustainability and suitability approach in operation process of OnePlus mobiles, it can be stated that adaptation of stability would help the company in securing future growth possibilities as influenced by Gen. Incorporation of suitability in business operations focus on achieving long-term goals of a company. This would help OnePlus mobiles to survive in the changing market trends, dynamic business environment and create a positive brand image. This would also ensure in conserving natural resources crucial for manufacturing tech products. This can also improve popularity of OnePlus mobiles as an environment-friendly product and attract more customers to its customer base. Effective interaction would help the company in building a loyal customer base and generate a more revenue in future. The final conclusion. From the case study, it can be concluded that adoption of sustainability and suitability approach in business operation of OnePlus mobiles would help the company in surviving in business in future. Use of secondary data collection methods would help to compare contrast between different data available in premier resources and premier sources and get reliable outcomes. Suitability can popularize and OnePlus mobiles among environmental concern customers base. However, risks associated with the suitability such as increase in operation cost, complexity, lack of ethical clean energy and raw material sources would challenge effectiveness of implication of suitability in manufacturing of OnePlus mobiles. And thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. This is Krishna. I'm signing off. And these are the few references that I've collected from different channels.